All right, we're back. We got the LaCroix, of course. Um, I wasn't gonna do another video right away, but a bunch of stuff showed up today, so that's awesome. And I'm not sure what a lot of it is. I mean, I know what it is, but not exactly. And there's a few here, quite a few. So we're just gonna jump right into it. This one is Armageddon Shop, Discogs guy, and this is the one that this guy basically, at least I think, he said he doesn't keep any of his stuff. He's just a private guy and doesn't keep any of his stuff in a place that he can really get to it. In like a storage unit or something that's closed most of the week, and he works during the week. He gave me this whole thing, and then told me to read his seller's terms, and I did, so that's cool. It showed up, like I said in the last video. It's just a CD, so it's totally fine, but he did send me a sticker, which is cool. Armageddon Shop. I don't know which way it goes, that way or this way, something like that. I always like whenever people send me some stickers and stuff. And he's got really good ratings. He said, people say that his stuff shows up in good condition and that type of thing. So whatever. And it's here. Is this even it? No, it's not. This is somebody else, Armageddon Shop. So, but these are awesome. This is one. There's this group, Ancestors, and I have a few of their albums, and this one has been kind of tough to find. Invisible White. It has $5.99 sticker on. I don't think that's what I paid for it. TP Records, and it's only 3 songs, but it's probably full length because their songs are super long, and that's cool. Armageddon Shop. I'm gonna look that one up again. And then this is Uncle. It might have been $4.99. Uncle. You can kind of see it right there. And Uncle has had many variations of how that ends up going down. I have a few Uncle albums. This one has a song that was done with Tom York from Radiohead. This is kind of a cool packaging. It opens up like this, and then I think this looks like a little book or something. Yeah, a little book. Cool stuff. Couple of little pages there. Never seen anything like that, really. And then all kinds of stuff down inside of this thing. Uncle, it's big. It's a little bit taller than the other. So it sits kind of sideways on the shelf. Uncle. Doesn't say anything else on it. Might say some stuff in the book and all that stuff when I get into it, but that's cool. So different guy, but I forget what the name of that guy's shop is. Something. Well, when that one shows up, I'll let you know. This one comes from Ear Heart Sound in La Mesa, California. It's their Discogs shop name. I think this one's been here for a couple of days. They did a really good packing job in there. It's just always kind of cool to see how people package their stuff up different. No two are the same generally. Yeah, then some saran wrap around that even. Plastic wrap. Gosh. And surprisingly, one of these was kind of hard to find. because it has some other well-known tunes on it. It's probably, they do vinyl stuff most of the time, so I don't, they're very limited run CDs. But Super Suckers, Devil's Food, and they do a cover of Hey Ya, which is that Outkast song on there, number 3. Born with a Tail, that's a song that they always play live. Super Suckers were in Flagstaff 2 months ago, in December or something, and they're always fun. They're originally from Tucson. I think they say that they're from Los Angeles now, so whatever. It says track 3, written by that 3000 fella in Outkast. Awesome. This next one that I got from there, and I think it was cheap, same type of thing. I was going after that Super Suckers. I have a bunch of their albums, but didn't have that one. And when I saw them play live, when I saw Super Suckers play live, they had a bunch of their stuff, and I bought like 3 or 4 CDs from them, and they were stoked. But they didn't have that one. And they had a bunch more that I still didn't get, but I don't have, and they just got so many albums, so good for them. And this one, this is a Beastie Boys Hot Sauce Committee Part 2. I think this was officially the last Beastie Boys album that got released, like a real true album release from them, and I never owned it. I listened to it. I think I had like a ripped copy of it or something like that, like right after it came out, and it was edited, which was fine. You get the idea, but it's kind of cool to get the real album. This is in super good condition, and it's got this cool booklet, cardboard guy, and I mean, it's a little nicked up on the corner, but no big deal. They got all these pictures of these guys in there. I don't even know what's going on. But what I've heard of it, I've liked it, and you know, I own most of the Beastie Boys stuff. Probably darn close to all of it now, but didn't have that one, so I got it for cheap, and it's the real version with the parental advisory on there. I'm just grabbing them as I got them right here. So this is something from Pro Ship US. I don't know if that's the name of their store or what. Kind of a big package. Like I said, no two are the same. Big old package, and maybe 2 in here. Just kind of flopping around. This one's got the Discogs receipt on it when they picked it. They got their stuff sorted pretty good, it seems like. Yeah, just PO number type thing. Don't know, don't need that. So I was really going for this album, this first one. I'm just gonna take it out of this plastic because I don't need that. And I don't know if anybody watches these videos that have listened to my radio show, you know, and I say I do as close as I can, 100% music from my personal CD collection. And this one, I anticipated it being here for that show. It did not make it in time, as I'm just obviously opening it right now. But I did play a song off of this in my Valentine's Day special show. What Would You Do for Love? This is Bobby Caldwell. What You Won't Do for Love, I'm sorry. And that's also the title track on this album. But it made it, and that's cool. So I got it now, so that the FCC won't come after me too badly. Maybe not. So you can see there's a bunch of, this is a repress, of course, so there's like all of his albums. There's probably more on the inside of it too, or something that they had to do with, if it was the record label or something. Syndrome, distributed by Syndrome Records Ltd. Don't really see a date on it. But everyone knows that song, What You Won't Do for Love. And it went over really well. So whatever, played it off Spotify, I don't care. And then this one has been sitting kind of on my wish list with in Discogs for a while. This was a recommendation from a buddy of mine for some reggae music. And I didn't really ever pull the trigger on buying it, but I saw it in that guy's store. I'm gonna get into Bobby Caldwell, so I decided to pick it up. It's Johnny Osborne, Truth and Rights, which is actually really cool. I think my friend has it on vinyl, and he says he likes to just put that on, and it plays through beginning to end, super good. 1992 Jamaica recording studio, the real deal, pretty much, right? But you know, wanted to add that to the reggae collection. You got to hunt reggae music and know what you're looking at. One of my favorite things to do when I go into like a brick and mortar record store is ask them if they have a reggae section while I'm standing right next to the reggae section, just to see what they say. And it's about 70 Bob Marley albums and UB40, that type of thing. So yeah, good luck finding some of that stuff. And we're gonna throw back to my last video, and we're talking about people just throwing their CDs in the trash because they don't like CDs anymore for whatever reason. And I know a guy that I told him that I collect CDs, and he was like, "Oh, I had like 500 reggae CDs, threw them in the trash." Like, thanks a lot. And he's brought that up to me multiple times. I was like, you have a problem. That was probably worth a lot of money. Seeing how much I pay for stuff on Discogs and that type of thing, like, you're blowing it. So, whatever. People and their things. It's goofy. This one came today as well. Chandler, Indiana. If I think I know what this is. And let's see. Kind of hard to tell because it says Adam on it, and I know who Adam is. I think I know who Adam is, and we'll find out when I open it up, I guess. No, not the Adam I thought it was, but thank you, this Adam. Your last name is cut off, from Chandler, Indiana. This was actually, they refunded me some money because one of the three things that I wanted, they couldn't find it, which is okay. Couldn't find it. So I honestly got the one that I was looking for from their site. Is this group called The Breakfast. They used to be called Psychedelic Breakfast. And this was Real Radio. This came out 2005. It was they're a jam band from Connecticut, I think, something like that. And they fell victim to what kind of happens from East Coast bands when they cross the country, and I think that they got robbed or something like that. I've heard of a couple of groups that happened to, and so they never made their way back across the country. But we saw them a couple of times in the early 2000s out here in Arizona, and that was awesome. They're super good band. They broke up, and the guys, the drummer and the guitar player and the singer, those two guys, they are now in a band called Kung Fu, which is a super awesome funk band. And I mean, they've been good for 20 plus years, so good for them. And this is a cool album. They're, one of those bands, just jam bands, so a lot of their stuff is like a live situation to see them play. And so their studio albums, they still did a good job of making their songs do them justice, but yeah, awesome and kind of hard to find. So I picked that up, and then looking through that guy's page, he also had this Cake album, This one's called Pressure Chief. Um, I'm probably not super familiar with all the songs on this one, but pretty much all the Cake albums have one or two songs that are super good. And I didn't have this one, and I think I got it for $1. So I picked that one up too because I didn't have it. A few more. Oh yeah. Okay, so that one was rough. It came from out of the States. This one's from a place called CD Warehouse Records and Tapes in Arlington, Texas. It's kind of a bigger package. I have a couple coming that are bigger packages. It just turned out that way. Didn't spend a lot of money, but found a bunch of crap that they had on their page, so it was super awesome for me. Love that kind. Yeah, Discogs. Yeah, see, I like it whenever they know what they're doing. Yeah, a bunch of these $1, $2. Overall pretty cheap, you know. I kind of relate it to, you know, if I am going to a brick and mortar store, and since we don't really have that here in Flagstaff, and occasionally whenever I make it down to Phoenix every few months, and that's how I justify it to myself there when I spend too much money, that I haven't been here in months. So so I get the things that I want, and then I, you know, same thing with ordering stuff. I'm like, yeah, I haven't been able to really go into a store and look, so I don't know. I justify it, but it's good. And I can, you know, I make it use of it, and I show it to you guys, so that works for me. This is an EP, little EP band called Deer Tick. I have a few of their things. This is actually a promo copy of this album. It looks like there's only 2 songs. It says side A and side B. The Dreams in the Ditch. The Dreams in the Ditch. And then the side B is called Weird Me. Deer Tick, I have a few of their albums. Some of them are a little bit harder to find. So I picked that up. That one was cheap. This one, I think this is probably where I started looking at this guy's site here. ESG, friend of mine requested an ESG song for when I did an 80s night a little while ago, and this is a song on here from 1983. So yeah, so we're gonna take just a quick break here. All right, I'm back. Figures, we're like sitting around waiting for anything to happen, start videos. People were calling me and texting me, and that type of thing happened. So yeah, last one was ESG. Whoa, Deer Tick ESG. So that's cool. A lot of the requests that I got for that show, if I didn't have the space for them or whatever on the show, I at least wrote them down, and we'll do another show. Why not? So I said this before, tons of Stereolab albums to get out there, and if they're like full albums, if they're, you know, promo things or whatever, there's so many. So I picked this one up for cheap, Stereolab, and there's no cover on it because it's a promo copy, and it says that the release date of that album was 3/7/06. Talking about just like the like how when it's coming out and that type of thing, and what Spin Magazine was talking about them. Fab Four Suture is that in stores 3/7/06. Awesome. For promotional use only, not for sale, of course. Another Stereolab. Their stuff's always really good. That was one of my top Spotify bands that I listened to last year, I think. What do they know? They don't know anything. Oh, this one doesn't have a cover either. I don't remember seeing that, but so back when I was in high school and stuff, this is 1996. We were super stoked on this 311 movie. So this is 311. This is like the Enlarged to show detail, home video bonus EP. The video, we used to watch the crap out of that in high school, and there's a couple of songs on here that I don't think ever made it onto a 311 album back in the day. I kind of lost touch of the 311 bug at one point, but when I was in high school, the ones that they had out then were a lot of fun. This is Man or Astro Man, 1000X. Man or Astro Man. Got some cool songs on there. Don't come across a lot of their stuff too often. So for $1, couple dollars, pick that up. Man or Astro Man, ? And they're super fun to see live. It's been a long time since I saw them, but they like took everything on stage, and by the end of their set, they had like everything stacked on top of it, on like just one big stack of like amps and guitars and drums and everything, this giant pillar. So that's cool. That's funny. This is CD Warehouse, which used to be a brick and mortar shop, probably in multiple places, but we had a few of them in the Phoenix area. And it looks like the same logo, so they might still be brick and mortar somewhere. This is a group called Youth Group. Skeleton Jar, I think that's what that says. You tell me your cursive is better than mine. But that's a cool band. Youth Group, 2004 release, Epitaph Records. I think it was after I stopped following a bunch of Epitaph bands. So who knows really about that one. And for whatever reason, these are not easy to come by either. I mean, maybe they are, but if you're going to pay a ton of money for, and a band that's coming to Flagstaff soon, not going to play anywhere else in Arizona, and only Flagstaff. So that's kind of cool for us. It's Clutch. They have a ton of albums, going back to the late 80s, maybe early 90s or something. This is 1995, Clutch. And it might be, so that might be the first album. I don't know. Clutch. Self-titled. I know what this one is that came from out of the States, so I'm going to open this other one first. Kevin Showman, Iowa City, Iowa. There's a box, just like a box. CD size box with a bunch of stuff in it probably for me. Don't remember too much about it. Just starting wherever I'm starting here. Again, I mean, I'll probably end up saying this in every video, but looking for one thing or another, and then I look at everything else they got, and then see what else I can find. Find some cool stuff. I think of it as like going through the dollar bins, because I'll have a stack of stuff from dollar bins at a brick and mortar. So, all right. This is New Riders of the Purple Sage, Adventures of Panama Red. The Nice Price. So who knows what that was, but I think the bands that covered the covered songs from this band probably made these songs more popular than they ever were, maybe. I don't know. But like some Robert Hunter and stuff like that, who wrote a lot of the music for the Grateful Dead. And I know the Grateful Dead used to play like Panama Red and stuff like that, I think. So that's on there, Panama Red, Adventures of Panama Red. Yeah, look how cool he is. That must be Panama Red. He's kind of cool. And then on here, these are the ones that that drew me to this guy's Discogs page. These two albums, well, one of them, and then he had another one. There's this group called Wise Monkey Orchestra, which was a jam band from, this says San Diego or whatever, but I used to work with one of the guys, I think he played the bass or something, when I was like 18 or 19 or something in Tempe. And this was kind of his claim to fame. It was like him and his wife and, you know, a few other people had this band, Wise Monkey Orchestra. So it was kind of sweet. I think I had MP3s of it back in the day. And then I was looking for if they had physical copies somewhere, and somebody did. And yeah, 1995. Says San Diego, but who knows. And then found another one of theirs, Pathways. This is 1999. I mean, I probably met that guy in 2000 or something like that. So, and he was in Tempe at that point. So I think the band was done by then. So this is likely their last album. Yeah, see, there's like some pictures in here, and it says at this live at the Celebrity Theater in Phoenix. Yeah, I forget what his name was. And then like, whoa, there's like a little headquarters, which is like a little head shop in Tempe. So they must have put that out for them or something. So they had some cool stuff on their page. And then this is a double disc, it looks like. Emancipation. The artist formerly known as Prince. I think he was the artist at this point. Yeah, like the bottom side here says that the symbol is registered trademark of Paisley Park Enterprises, 1996. Yeah, produced, composed, arranged, and performed by the symbol, artist formerly known as Prince. And this is the original. I don't think they do double discs in these kind of crazy things anymore. Picture of Prince in there. And that's the one. I like playing a lot of Prince. You know, there's always more to get, and he's got tons of stuff that'll probably come out. Because they've gotten into his vault and found a bunch of stuff that he passed on, and now they're going to put it out, and then he'll be, you know, he can't say anything more about it, I guess, but there tons of stuff on this. He's just got tons of stuff in general, and you know, I'll pick them up, ones that I don't have, when I find them. This one looks half ripped open. So this one, yeah, this came from all this custom stuff on here. Norway is where this one came from. I ordered it a while ago. And, oh yeah, the guy, I forget exactly what he told me, but he was like super apologetic. Sorry, I can't get these out. There's been like a terrorist attack of some sort or something like that. And you know, shipping anything out of that region was super sketchy for him. And he's like, well, I got them, and they're sitting here in good condition. I'll get them to you as soon as I can. And I was like, yeah, no problem at all, man. That's, you know, that's what you got to do. This is a cool kind of electronic sort of band group called Exploding Plastics. I've gotten a couple of their albums, and they weren't super hard to find, but these ones are kind of more rare, I guess. And like I couldn't even buy them from their website or any other band camps or anything like that. This guy had them in Norway. It says it's released on Columbia Records, but I don't know how true any of that is. But yeah, Sony Music, Norway, Columbia, yeah, so sort of. There's a little bit of distribution going on with that. The group's from Oslo, Norway, so yeah, some local, local from where I got it, sort of. Um, Look, it sounds like it's got Eka Mouse on here and something on this album. This one's called the Donka-Matic Sing-Alongs. Donka-Matic Sing-Alongs. Exploding Plastics. There might only be a couple more of their albums, and maybe not even. I might have them all now. I'll have to look into that. And then this one is another Exploding Plastics. This one's called Treated Timber Resist Rot. And it's got this super, like, the opening track on this is called Kiss by a Kisser. Super cool song with like crazy beat on it. Really like that. 2008. Yeah. So stoked. I'm gonna hit this guy up and let him know that they arrived safe and sound, in super good conditions, probably better condition than any of these other ones that came from or just around the United States. That's it for now. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, 21 this time. 21. A bunch. Some already in line to be played on shows, some to complete collections, some to things that I've been hunting for whatever reason for a long time and finally found them for cheaper, as cheap as I wanted to pay for them. And so I'm stoked about that. I gotta get these loaded in there. We're pushing 3,000 in the collection, something like that. I'll tell you for sure once I figure it out. Yeah, but stoked. I was looking at it again today. There's a bunch of stuff that's going to be coming more, so there'll be more of these videos. I mean, the content, I don't know. I mean, people are watching them, or if you watch for only for a minute or two. I've been posting them. I'm still trying to figure out how it all works out on Instagram and stuff like that. If I post it as a reel, it gives me 90 seconds. If I post it as a post, it makes it into a reel and gives me like 14 minutes or something. I don't know. I had one that was 17 minutes. I really don't know what their stipulation is on that. But I know that it's less amount of time is what I am allotted, that what these videos end up being. So I did put them up on the YouTube channel as well, where I've been doing reposting the radio show rebroadcasts on there too. I mean, it's as good as I can get them, really, without doing like a ton of like audio work on that. But I mean, if you can tune into radiosunnyside.org on most Friday evenings, 6 p.m. Arizona time, and you can hear the show live. And from what I understand, it comes through pretty good and you can hear it. But I will, just for the sake of having them reposted, I post them too there on the YouTube. For the most part, unless I play that Prince album, the songs will be on there. I play Prince and it wants me to mute it because the estate of Prince doesn't like me putting that stuff on YouTube's, whatever. But yeah, hopefully some of those stuff is coming across to you. We're enjoying the content, and we'll continue to do some more. Even if I get no views, I'm gonna still do them because I like doing them, and I hope you do too. All right. Well, thanks for checking it out. Talk to you soon.